Hi, it's Rashida. I have a process video today for my entry into Crystal's challenge. She is 311 Vandal here on YouTube. And so in this project, whatever project you choose to do, you have to use Blue, do mixed media, and it has to be about like your goal for 2014. So right now I'm just showing you some papers that I'm thinking about using, and this is going to be a 12 by 12 layout, and I just went through and pulled all of my papers that had some type of blue in them, and I don't have that many, so I don't have that many to choose from. So I'm just showing you what I might use, and the mist, like the Mr. Huey's, some Heidi Swapp mist, any of my mists that had a hint of blue, I just set those out. And I'm going to use some gesso for the first time. So yeah, I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do, and I've never done any mixed media stuff before, so as some inspiration I went over to the 2Ps blog. Not their blog, well I guess it's probably on their blog too, but on their website from last year they did a series called 213 in 2013, and in their videos they would give prompts on different things to do, like on your layouts, like using mixed media, using a stencil, that sort of thing. So I'm going to trim up these papers using my Marvy Yukita paper trimmer. So those are the papers I'm going to use. The background paper is American Crafts. That paper there is by Basic Gray, and the alphabet paper is from Studio Calico. So I'm just getting the papers down. Now I'm going to gesso. And I've seen some people use like a gift card or a discarded credit card to spread the gesso. This particular tool I got, and it was like an order that I got from maybe scrapbook.com or some online store, and they just included it as a free gift. So I let that dry. I used my heat tool, as you see there on the right, and the gesso can kind of get messy, but it's okay. Mixed media isn't fun unless you get messy. And here I'm using my water bottle just to spray some water down on my layout, because I'm going to add some Mr. Huey's, and I think that is in Bluegrass. So yeah, not quite sure what I'm doing. Like I said, I've never done mixed media before, so I'm just basically experimenting. And here, after I lay the mist down, I'm gonna get the idea to like try to move it around on the paper, and once I do that, I kind of thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but you'll see it in a second. So yeah, there I go, rolling it back and forth, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, and it just like, went everywhere, kind of like a Jackson Pollock kind of look. So I was like, oh no. So I tried to dry it to make it look a little bit better. So it just looked, I don't know, concentrated or something. So I said, well, I'll just blot it with a paper towel, and if it doesn't come out right, that's okay. because again, it's mixed media and it's not supposed to look perfect. So I'm trying to dry it away. And I think I probably just should have added more water to begin with so it wouldn't be so concentrated. Okay, now I'm going to use this Prima bicycle stencil, and I think this came out last year. So I never used it before, so I just decided to use it this time. And I never thought to use gesso on a stencil. Usually with stencils, I guess you have to think outside the box, but I only think to just spray them or, mist them, that sort of thing. So I'm going to try that, and this just adds a little bit of texture. And I probably could have cut some of this out, but I wanted you to see the process, and plus I'm still getting used to my editing software, so just bear with me on that. See, I got all messy. Okay, so I let this dry and I went back and I added more mist at the top, as you saw there briefly, and now I'm going to mist this doily, and this is Mr. Huey's Shine. And I'm going to add some yellow. This is be a Buttercup, Mr. Huey's Buttercup. Okay, so now I'm going to use one of these Maggie Holmes frames, and I wanted the frame to be not so bright, so I'm going to end up adding some gesso to that just to tone it down just a little bit, because the doily was already bright enough after adding the mist to that. Okay, so I added the frame to the photo, and this is a photo of me when I was in 7th or 8th grade, more than likely 8th grade. And so the layout or whatever project you chose to do for Crystal's challenge has to be about like a goal for like 2014. And so I decided to use this photo of me when I was younger, just to sort of relay what my title was going to be, which is associated with my goal for 2014. So, these are some tags I thought about using. I was going to add another one, but decided not to. That chipboard piece is from, it's a collection called, I think it's called Ruby, is it Ruby Rocket? I don't know. It's one of those vintage collections, and so I'm trying to use up my chipboard. And this is a flower from Pink Paisley, and since I sprayed everything else and you know, added color to just about everything else, I thought I would mist this flower. And to tone it down, I'm going to add some gesso. Not sure what I'm doing now. Oh, okay. I thought about using this little sequin bow that I got from Marissa, and I wanted to use it, but it seemed like it needed something else there at the top to go along with it. So and I wanted to make it work, but I think I decided to save it for another layout. So I left it there just because, when you're trying to make up your mind about something, you usually go on to something else and then you come back to it. So eventually I'm going to come back to that. And this is a Hottie Swap chipboard piece. I'm still trying to use the bow, but not this time. Whoops. So yeah, I wanted to move that chipboard piece over a little bit, and I had to add some more adhesive to it just to make sure it would stick after I relocated it. So I'm trying to incorporate some blue elements with the blue tag and the mist in the background and the flower. So everything is not totally blue, but there are some blue elements in there. And I was going to use those Bella Boulevard chipboard letters to spell out my title, but those were just, I don't know, they were too blue to go along with the rest of everything else, I thought. So I was still trying to figure out my title, and then so I went to add some more embellishments, some hearts, that little loved badge. I added a the dreams, that little tab there, that's from Cosmo Cricket, and I added some labels at the bottom, and I went and I did some sewing around the edges so that those paper layers would stay down, and I matted the whole entire layout on that polka dot paper that you see in the background. And so now I'm going to take this Heidi Swapp stencil, and I'm going to take one of my Prismacolor pencils and just do some outlining within the stencil. So if you've never seen the Prismacolor pencils, this is how they come, like in the tray like this. So I'm looking for a blue color, something with blue, and I end up choosing violet blue. I believe that's the name of the color. So I'm just filling in the hearts on the stencil. And that's it. It's pretty much done. So within this layout, I'm just journaling about, my title is called Go, and so I want to remember that, when I was younger, I always think, oh, when I get older, when I grow up, I'm going to do this and going to do that. And I still have that mindset, but I have to remember that I'm of age now. I'm not 13 anymore. I need to go and do all the things that I want to do. And so that's what my journaling is about. So go, that is my goal for 2014, is to just go do what I've always wanted to do, whatever that may be. Whether it's traveling or whatever, just go do it. And those are the thickers I used: cinnamon, so that's it. Thank you for watching.